If you live in the UK, there's a high chance that you visited Legoland at least once in your lifetime. I have several happy memories there growing up, and I don't think I'd be the same Lego-obsessed person without it. Legoland really started conditioning me from the ripe age of 6. Before I was really into coasters, dark rides were my favourite things to do. They're a great way of separating the day when you feel a bit overwhelmed or just after lunch. Other island parks do have dark rides, and while I think Subterra is pretty good for what it is... Okay, let's move on. I'm not doxing my enjoyment or the Thuzies will be after me. While they might not have the coasters, Legoland over the years has acquired many great dark rides in my opinion. Now, are they Universal or Disney standard? No, but did they keep my pea-brain entertained? Yeah. There are some hits and misses, but for the most part Legoland excel in blending a narrative with the environment. They focus on storytelling that's easy for anyone to just pick up and enjoy, and with a lot of them involving elements of interaction. Do you like underwater creatures? You'll love Deep Sea Adventure. How about a more mind-bending attraction? Haunted House Monster Party is for you. Are you more of a thrill seeker? Well, I use that term loosely. You'll like the dragon. They have a wide selection of dark rides that suit everyone. They most likely will be something that you enjoy. And if you're not, you're a bit of sunshine, aren't you?
Where are the coasters? I need my cred.
Legoland's dark rides are designed with every audience in mind. They focus on exploring different topics and themes inside of the Lego theme, which is hard to hate. I feel like Lego is something everybody enjoys. Each dark ride is made with the intention of taking the person inside of the Lego universe. And they do a great job at finding the right styles and effects to fit each one. The park is well known for its mix of technology, 3D effects, animatronics, projections, and smell pods. And I think for the most part, they blend real sets and digital elements quite well. They've also managed to master how to make a soundtrack for a dark ride, and oh my god, let me tell you, Monster Park. You know you've had a good day when all you can hear on the way home is do-do-do. Haunted House Monster Party might be one of the best child-friendly Vekoma madhouses to date. It might just be my enjoyment for Halloween kicking in, but hey, they managed to make scary looking things look absolutely adorable. Like, look at him! Look at this little guy! After the ride, sometimes the park also lets you meet some of the characters inside of the house for a photo, and it really adds to it. So far I have a photo with the Frankenstein, Mummy, and Spider Lady. Lord Vampire, if you can hear this, mate, I'm actually gonna find you. Like, you are on my list. Deep Sea Adventure, although it's closed as of right now, rest in pieces. Do you get it? Is a wonderful dark ride for all of the family. You have an amazing chance to see lots of fish, sharks, stingray, and many more. It's also pretty educational. Here's a fun fact I learned. Zebra sharks have dark bodies with yellowish stripes to begin with, but as they get older, their pattern changes to dark spots, so that's where they get their name from. Can you imagine if as humans we just changed appearance halfway through our lives? Mate, what's happened to you? Oh yeah, shoot, sorry. I turned 42, I forgot to tell you. Oh right, yeah, makes sense. What are the cat ears for though?
Meow.
Some of the Legoland dark rides were so iconic that they were later added to other parks, such as the deep sea type of ride, which varies between location. Some like Billund are walkthrough attractions, whereas others like Windsor are full rides. Because of the success of Lego Mythica at Legoland Windsor, they soon after built an expansion to the theme at Legoland Deutschland. But to be honest, I would prefer a wing coaster over a flying theatre, so how about a trade Germany? I'd say an M&M and a loose article from Vampire is a good enough trade. Mythica was one of the park's originally themed lands, and wow is it a good one. I love the fact that Legoland got kids involved in drawing some of the creatures and bringing them to life. It just made it that bit more magical. A special shout out to the person who made a crocodile with wings as well. The main attraction of Mythica, Flight of the Skyline, is arguably one of the best dark rides in the UK. Unless you get bottom row. That's kind of an L because you have to stare at some smelly kids' feet. From the idea itself to the smells, screen and interaction elements, I do really feel like it's such an underrated attraction. Many older audiences miss out on experiencing this because of Legoland's target audience, but honestly, if you have a time to visit on an off-peak day, it's a ghost town and really worth the visit, even if it's just for this ride. It's so fun and cinematic in a way that's really enjoyable for everyone. I think it's good that they tried to do something new with Mythica, because in the other Legoland parks they have a Emmet flying theatre, and it made me feel really motion sick. I'm not sure why Mythica doesn't and that one did, but maybe it's because of all the bright flashing lights. The lack of words just shows how good the storytelling is. It's told through the landscapes and effects you experience throughout. Yes, it's just a screen, but when you get hit by the mist and smell pods, you really feel as if you're flying with them. That and you get to see an ogre's butt, so whatever floats your boat. I mean, I love Ninjago, so take everything I say with a grain of salt because I'm 100% gonna be biased with this. While the glasses aren't ideal, I think it's a really solid ride. I've been following the series itself for over 10 years. Yes, Ninjago is that old, and it still continues to be one of the busiest areas around the park. And I think the 3D doesn't exactly hinder the experience. It's quite good quality, and when you go around the spider section, you can see them come really close. Because of the success of their dark ride in Windsor, they've started to put others in every single location in Legoland across the world, which is quite impressive. I like the blend of 3D effects with screens, and the unique aspect of using your hand really makes you feel like you're one of the ninja. The queue line and ride is basically one huge Easter egg for people that enjoy the show as well. It's based off of the Legacy sets, which takes a look at earlier seasons, villains and storylines. It's Ninjago's version of Endgame, and it slays. The most common complaint it gets is it's too difficult to master, but honestly that's just a skill issue. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's still one of my favourite rides at the park because, I don't know, jump up, kick back, whip around and stuff. Laser Raiders is probably one of the weaker dark attractions that they have, but it's also one of the older ones as it opened on March 20th, 2009. It's probably also the attraction that looks most like its age, as I think the others still look pretty good. It's okay, but it always has a long queue, and the train going through the inside of the queue slows it down in capacity, and something better could definitely be in its place. I do however enjoy all of its sound effects and how nostalgic the ride feels. The animatronics are also pretty fun, but I would say the original one at Legoland Billund is the better one, as it features a spinning section and the blasters don't make the annoying sound or go Does the dragon count? I'm gonna say it does. It's become and is an iconic part of Legoland's lineup. It's what sets it apart from a lot of basic family coasters. Seeing all of the amazing Lego models before the ride is a great way to get you excited about the main event, which is the coaster aspect. It's quite small and compact and makes you feel like you're a part of the scene, but please, for the love of God, if you have children that stick their arms on the ride, tell them off, or don't, I don't care. My friend gets to hit the E-stop and embarrass them, so you know it's up to you. I know it's not a dark ride, but I also wanted to cover the 4D experience they have. It might be controversial, but I prefer this one to Thorpe Parks, mainly because they have fire, snow and water, which really add to the experience, unlike Thorpe Parks. Mainly because of the fire. They periodically change the shows and even incorporate their own themes into them, like Ninjago, and they used to have a Mythica one, but it's not special to just Windsor. There are other ones around the world and even in the same country at the Discovery Centres. But if you have enough time, I definitely think it's worth trying it out, especially if you're a family and have small kids. My favourite show that they have is Ninjago Master of the Fourth Dimension. What a surprise. No, but it's great as the ninjas all have elements as it is, so it doesn't feel forced, it flows well. Dark rides in general are just a great way to get younger and older people into theme parks or rides in general, as they can be usually quite tame and just enjoyment for all ages. Their height restrictions can be much lower than a thrill attraction, while also giving a good experience. It doesn't feel half-assed either. While yes, a few of them could do with a touch-up or just a replacement in general, I think the selection is the strongest out of all the Merlin parks. Flight of the Skyline continues to be one of my favourite dark rides, and as a child, I really loved Deep Sea Adventure. As for all of you saying, oh well, Alton Towers has better dark rides, at least this madhouse is open, okay? But I agree. The Curse at Alton Manor when everything is working is a great ride, even if my favourite dark ride is still Tomb Blaster. I'm sorry guys, that's probably foul, but I just love its theme, it just requires some TLC, please, I swear. This cannot be. What is this technology? Legoland's main issue is just the amount of swarming children. That's literally it. And I know you can say, it's a kids park, you just sound old. And yes, I know it's aimed at younger children. Wait, I'm not shocking that kids think they can do anything these days. Honestly, they should pay tax and see how unhappy they are then. Legoland is similar to Chessington in that some areas are quite cramped, so that's really my only complaint. So when you go through Lego Friends and you see the absolutely abysmal line of children, you know you're in for a great day. It also needs more coasters, but I think as a whole, Legoland's dark rides are very creative and fun, which is something we need in the UK. Everything is so dark and dreary. We need a bit of Jungle Bus in our life, okay? Where do Legoland's dark rides place on your list? What are your favourites? If you found this video interesting or I made you laugh, consider subscribing, as there will be more videos and discussions on the way. I know I sound like a broken record by now, but I really wanted to thank you guys for all the support. It really does mean the world that some of you find me entertaining enough or funny. Hope you're all well. Take care, nerds. Okay, so last time he was spotted was 2024, 2nd of June, outside a haunted house monster party. Right. Don't you think you're being a bit obsessive over this? No. I need my photo with Lord Vampire. I have one with everyone else. Mate, you need to get outside. Do you realise there's an app that tells you the time he'll be out? You are kidding.
12 seconds later.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday, and right now you can save up to £240 for a family of 4. Don't miss out. Book now with Jet2 Holidays.
When I met you in the summer.